But yeah, what's up, y'all? Working on Goon's House of Doom 2 once again. Actually doing something that is quite long overdue. So we don't really have a design doc. I guess we do now. It currently has, the title of the game in it and nothing else. We're gonna build this bad boy out. I don't know if I'm going to go to the level of, like a fully fleshed out document or whatever. We'll see. We might get into some development later tonight as well. Ideally, hopefully that will happen, but also, I don't know. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I do want to at least have a completed document here. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? So, need a section about gameplay. Section about enemies. We'll put that in subcategories here, into design as well as mechanics. I think I need a whole section for the camera as well. I think that's a pretty important component of the way I'm building this game. It's a weird thing to put in a game design doc, or, well, obviously you want to mention the camera in general, but hey, what's up, Carly? What's going on in here? Not much. I'm building the design document for Goon's House of Doom 2 that we can then share with other people, not just you and I. I guess, to be fair, we have shared the scratchpad that we've been using for our meetings with some other people, but this one won't have people's actual names on it, so that's cool. Hell yeah, gamer. Hell yeah, indeed. Honestly, a good portion of this probably is going to be repeating some stuff that we talked about earlier today. But that is... looking forward to it. Hell yeah. What other sections do you put in a thing like this? You know what's really funny is I don't have many examples to look at, because Straylight, the main game I worked on prior to this, we did not... we built that out of a game jam, and we did not have a design document for it. I have a pitch deck, which I do have currently open. That's different. It's kind of... I mean, that is... Both a design document and a pitch deck are something that the end user would not typically see. But for the pitch deck specifically, you're trying to sell it to, a partner platform that you're trying to get into, whereas, a design doc is more internalized to the team. So I guess it's weird to stream this in general, but whatever. This project is very open, and as a result, I figure just stream the majority of what I'm doing with it, you know? Alright. Okay, so first and foremost, the gameplay. The game will involve a healthy balance between solving relatively simple puzzles and engaging with enemy combatants, enemy monsters, or whatever. Either via combat or through a mix of combat and skill related, or skill based, there we go, evasion. Okay. That is my, succinct sentence on what this game is. It's probably somewhat obvious to those. You know what? Setting, or story? It's called story. Setting is a good, setting, characters, tone, I guess, as well. I might look at other like online examples of design documents to see if I'm just like glancing over. I also specifically don't want to get super detailed. Like, it is a bad idea to make your design document very detailed, as in like, I don't know, the player has 6 inventory slots and like this many hits will kill an enemy. That is a pitfall of writing design docs for your games. Not that you should not write design docs, but game takes place entirely on the inside and around a history museum in a fictional city. Opossum City. In the fictional city. I don't know why I'm like being so boom. Boom boom boom. It will be divided up into the following sections. Prehistoric exhibit. Now I gotta look at our notes. The heck was the second one? It's like general history, but like, what did we wrote down something specific for this. I forget what it is. Whatever. Don't know what is going on with my capitalization at the moment. Okay. Museum, exterior, tutorial area. Prehistoric exhibit. Heck. In addition to this, there will be element of inventory management. I guess resource management. By way of limited weaponry slash health or slash recovery items, as well as a strict limit on how many things the player can carry at any given time. Oh, subcategory for this area, the shop. I don't, probably other stuff too. Oh yeah, actually, you know what? Expounding on each of these would be really good. Combat, puzzles, and the shop. Storage as well. Yo, what is this from? It's chill as hell. Oh, it's from Klonoa. We played that, like, not even that long ago. Like, 3 months ago, I think, at this point. It's a very cute game. I kind of want to play the sequel. I think people kind of got crazy about that franchise over the sequel more so than the original, if I'm not mistaken. What is this fucking formatting? Why? What did I do? Why is there no space there? Anyway, going back here, what the hell is my term for this? Can't repeat what I've written here. I guess there's no fault in reading it aloud, but all I have to say is my fiance is hilarious, chat. Why can't I find the areas here? What am I doing? I'm gonna look for the word area in this document. They use the word area a lot in this. Unfortunate. Oh, here we go. Nope. Fictional medium-sized American city. That's rather important. Divided up in the following sections. Oh! Also under gameplay. Bonus items / collectibles. I guess just the general topic of replayability. I'll just write bonus items for now, and I'll write whatever I want. I also want to create a section... maybe that belongs after gameplay? Yeah. Just a list of, like, I don't know, this feels like the first thing I should write on this. Following are core design principles that should inform any and all aspects of the game. Scenes, cinematics, etc. must be skippable. Can't spell. Must be skippable. At any time, I guess. I don't know. Must always be skippable. Always be skippable. This is against the idea of a design document, but you know what? I'll write this somewhere else. Hold on. In writing this, I am realizing like some features that need done. So let's pull open this bad boy. Very official document. Ability to pause during cutscenes. That would be very ideal. What else we got here? Alright, chat, I'm just straight up not finding whatever word we used for, like, the second area. I'm just gonna put general history area. General history exhibit. Tone. I guess I should write more under setting here. Here, let's detach this from there. you mean that's not proper grammar? What do you want me to... Oh, into? Whatever, who cares? So there's a space there. Both are valid. What else do I write in this setting? Oh yeah, a mad science experiment is causing monsters to overrun the museum on your first night of duty at your new job as a museum security guard. Museum security GF. Good typo. Also, I apologize. Why am I having everyone's eyes bleed? Don't look at my... I guess you guys can email that email. How the hell do I change the... Oh, because I'm using a different browser. I don't know. Are you guys okay with this, like, blinding white screen, or you hate it? Please holler. If it is annoying, I will fix it. That offer's open. If you're, like, feeling fine now, but, like, 10 minutes later, like, ow, my eyes, they're bleeding. What else was I gonna write here? Oh yeah, I guess the rest of what I'm gonna write under there doesn't really belong under setting, but more so story. Oh wait, hold on, we're under story. Story tone, characters... I think the characters will kind of explain the other stuff I was gonna write. It's better to keep things succinct, right? Tone. This game... Or, as it is... Hey, what's up, Turner? How's it going? As this game is a parody of... survival of old school survival horror games from the PS1. I don't know, I was gonna say Dreamcast era, whatever. Sure, I mean, honestly, yeah, there's probably a lot of Dreamcast horror games that I'm gonna take inspiration from in this game. Era. Overall tone. Should be goofy, but with a horror aesthetic. Hey, I can spell. Anyway. What else is there to say on the tone? I would like to take inspiration from comedies in the style of... Trying to think of, like, not a Zucker Brothers movie, because, like, my brain just keeps going back to, like, Airplane and Top Secret and Naked Gun, whatever else. Of Airplane. I'm just gonna type what I'm typing. I'm trying to think of a parody movie that I... Oh yeah, thank you, Mel Brooks. Yeah, or what's... I'm trying to think of like a specific... Spaceballs. Let's just go with Spaceballs. Spaceballs, etc. Specifically, the majority of the humor should be digestible. I can't spell. I lose my spelling privileges. So it should be digestible, even for those not familiar with the source inspiration. I.e. avoid reference humor. It's a very, like, pretentious way to, like, say all that shit. Hey, what's up, little bard? Scary movie. Yeah, exactly. Young Frankenstein, or Young Frankenstein, or, he did Dracula Dead and Loving It, right? Ligma, what? Little bard, you missed it last stream when someone hit me with 2 different D's Nuts jokes. And I guess I fell for them, although I saw it coming, so I don't know if you could call it me falling for it. I did read both aloud. Steve Jobs? Who the hell is Steve Jobs? I guess Blazing Saddles is also a direct parody of, like, old westerns. I don't know where my head's at where I'm like, oh yeah, Mel Brooks, he just made comedies. Those totally aren't parodies of things. You know what? I'm replacing Spaceballs with Blazing Saddles. You know what, chat? Take that. I don't know why I did that. I like both movies well enough. Also, no one knows what the fuck Top Secret is. Maybe this is more legible if I write it more instead. Top Secret's like the perfect example, though. But whatever. Blazing Saddles is top tier. Agreed. Solid movie. Absolute classic. Oh, hey, what's up, Maker? Oh, wait, I already said hello, Maker. Hello, Maker, again. How you doing? Now we're just reminiscing. You know, I'm gonna leave Top Secret in there. No, I'm not. I'm gonna put Naked Gun in there. Hell, even, like, Evil Dead is... I'm sure there's an ocean of developers that have tried to make a game, or an indie horror game in the spirit of the Evil Dead, so I don't wish to... You doing good parody movies? Or just movies with parodies in them? I am drawing reference to parody movies because ultimately this game is a parody of, like, Resident Evil, Silent Hill, Parasite Eve, like, you name the old horror franchise. Old and or still running. I think that probably gets everything across tone-wise that I'm thinking of for the game. I guess the only other thing to note here is, like, I don't want to, like, just pull full throttle into, like, silly. I think humor is more effective. And again, these 3 movies are great examples of that, where you can still have, like, a plot going on, but, like, can inject jokes in between all that, or even interweave it, ideally. While farcical... Probably did not spell that right, or maybe I did. I don't know. It is fine to have to include. You know what? Let's get far side of the sentence. It's fine to include moments of melodrama. Ah, there's only one L. Instincts were right. Cabin in the Woods, also a good example. Cabin in the Woods is like the ultimate like parody movie in a way. It's not my favorite parody movie, but I do like it. The Cabin in the Woods. That may be the best piece of media that has come in inspiration of Evil Dead. Actually, you know what? No, it does more. I can't just credit that entirely to Evil Dead, though, because the entire movie is about, like, a lot of different horror movie tropes. I won't spoil it if no one's seen the movie, by the way. I know it's a pretty old movie at this point, but just in case you haven't, it's pretty fun watch, so I'm not going to spoil it. Alright. Now replacing Airplane with Cabin in the Woods. I don't know why there's no reason why. There's also, I don't need to like limit this to 3. I could just list all of these things. I'm updating this list. Newer Scream movies, that too. I mean, the first Scream movie's also like meant to be a parody in a certain. It's more of a horror movie, but it still is like a parody at the same time. I've also never seen a Scream movie, but I know what they're all about. Here, the new ones are pretty fun. Melodrama or even seriousness for the sake of holding the story together. Doesn't need to be full throttle, non-stop jokes. And ideally, should have this fluctuation to enhance moments of comedy. There we go. I feel like I'm writing a manifesto here, but I mean, I guess I kind of am. This is the game's manifesto, or well, I guess the game's manifest, more accurately. Characters. Okay, so I'm gonna list is in progress, but this should be all for the main cast. Alright, what, and however much you want, it's your game. Oh yeah, but I mean, like, now that we're working on this with a group of people, I want this to be not miserable to go through. I'm going to try to keep things succinct, but still get my point across of what I'm looking for. And I don't know why I'm live streaming this, but I am enjoying the fact that there's like a lot of y'all here hanging out for it. That's dope, even though a lot of you are like personal friends, but whatever. That's what editing's for? Indeed. For sure. Yeah, I guess I'm too quickly editing myself. I like type something and I'm like, okay, I need to like scan through this immediately. Should let everything breathe and then go through it, which we will do anyway, but okay, so slap it all on a page. Now we're talking. Thank you. Okay. Main protagonist. We have tentative names for some of these people now, too. Some of them are very tentative, but none of that's my doing. That was literally all Carly. She pitched a couple options. Where the heck? Why can't I read my own notes that I wrote earlier today, chat? Losing my mind. There we go. Names for people. Alright, this is definitely one that's gonna change. I mean, I think I like Robin as a first name, but Robin Banks is silly. Again, I didn't come up with any of this, but I'm definitely stealing it. And by stealing it, I mean someone that's working on the project came up with it, so that was just her contribution. Kelly's putting henna in my hair while we were listening to you, by the way. Hell yeah. She's here, but her hands are too messy to type. Also fair. Wow, wow, you I'll fill in more details about them as we go, but I want to get the names down so I don't have to tab out every 2 seconds, you know? Dude, okay, now I know why I'm getting sidetracked here. My thing keeps moving position when I tab from the document over here in one browser to the document over here in another browser. It's bizarre. Luckily I used headers in that one too, so I'm easily able to just click on like the thing I need. Main antagonist. Now this one I actually feel pretty good about. This one is... We had a couple options here, but the one that stood out the best was Richard Speck, because then we could call him Dick. And you put those together, it is funny. Tiny Dick, that is the joke. Senior security guard. The more we've been workshopping, like, the Marvin equivalent, not that we're gonna have a same character for every character, like, there's not gonna be a one-to-one direct analog to Resident Evil 2, but definitely some inspiration coming in from there. And we're taking Marvin and kidding him out to, like, the nth degree. He's not gonna just be some dude that dies really early on. Though, to be fair, I guess they already kind of did that in the remake of 2, but whatever. I'm gonna do it differently. Senior security guard. Did we have a name? Oh yeah, okay, we have like a couple names. We're trying to find like the right old man name. For right now, I'll take Arnie. That was one of the ones we wrote down. Arnie, and then Hartman was our placeholder last name. We're not entirely sold. And I guess I should, whatever. They're all in flux right now, so should be no assumption that any of these are going to be like the finalized thing. And then for the janitor spy, we had a couple here. Also, hilariously, one of the suggestions that came in for last name for this character was Lovelace. Which, you know, like Ada Lovelace, like, the reason Ada in Resident Evil 2 is probably called Ada is a nod to, you know, historically important computer science lady. Dick Speck, yeah. Just a tiny little dick. Carly agrees that's the best option, hell yeah. I do think that that's like kind of a hilarious accident, because the person that like chose that might have also been thinking about Ada Lovelace, or no, I guess I don't know how that name was formed, it came down to me through the pipe. But yeah, just that connection, because they did not know that Ada is a character in Resident Evil 2. Like Adafruit. Or that. Came to you while laying pipe, nice. Carly was not thinking of Ada Lovelace? Okay, so it's not even like... It's not like she drew inspiration from the same place that... Again, maybe Capcom wasn't either, maybe I am being very presumptuous with... Not early computer game, but like, I don't know. Fairly early in gaming... game. I'm all mixed up in my words right now. You know what, I'm just gonna stop going down this. It's not outlandish to think that Ada Wong from the Resident Evil franchise was named after Ada Lovelace. However, I do have no confirmation that that is the case. That's all I'm saying. Okay, now we'll fill in the details for these 4. These are basically our, like, 4 main characters here. And the idea is that the spy character, instead of having, like, an A-B scenario the way that Resident Evil 2 has, it would sort of be more like a Resident Evil 4 situation where there's a, like, separate ways mode where you're just playing through what that character was doing while you were doing your campaign. Adafruit sells electronic kits, microcontrollers, etc. for tinkering. Ah, It's not familiar with the brand at all. Ah. Chat. Tragedy has struck. I don't think I properly dissolved all of the... Yep, I definitely did not. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. Dissolved what? Oh, I'm drinking like a crystallized ginger drink mix thing. Also, I think I just cut the top of my lip a little bit. Now we're good. These things work wonders on a upset stomach. Where was I? Oh yeah, I guess I just need to take some random notes from our other notes. Lucky, young, naive. Guy. Kind-hearted. Oh, I forgot to write down the other character. We got another one. And... God, what am I trying to write here? Not unassuming. Like, I guess naive kind of already covers that. Plucky also is not the right word. That is not what we typed earlier, or typed up. What do we got here? I can't find that section now. Excellent. Wrong sense of justice. Wants to do right. But oblivious to the bigger picture. Our main antagonist here, completely, what's the right word here? Evil CEO that is completely detached from reality. Funds and insane human genome splicing research facility in an effort to advance human race with no real understanding or aim of how to do that. Oh, right, and that builds into our other characters here. I'm just gonna call them right-hand scientist and left-hand scientist. really have names for them yet. Actually, let's do this. Head Scientist 1 and 2. It's a rivalry. Well, actually, I guess it's a better way. Rivalry is not the angle we're going with now. It's more like... So we got one scientist who's going to be very boastful, unethical, Sam Long, Willie Barnes. To get rich without thinking of consequences. Then we got our other scientist, who, by contrast, will be much more thoughtful, but entirely overlooked. Even though he's highly skilled in her research. In spite of working for the bad guys, she's doing her best to try and do what's right. We'll have a crisis of conscience. Wow, I can't type. Near the end, and try to assist, not try to, and assist the protagonist. It's a very interesting stream today. It's cool seeing a game come together. Thanks. Glad y'all are enjoying it. I had no idea how this was gonna be, like, if it would be just really boring stream content or something that people would want to see. It's obviously a very weird part of game design to stream, but it's part of the process. Also, we're way overdue for writing this. Like, I should have been doing this, like, I don't know, 6 months ago, probably longer. But whatever, better late than never. Now is basically when I need to do it at its latest, because now I need to start... Or I need to start sharing the vision of the game with the other people working on it, so... we can go to the right spot with it. Okay. Security guard. What the heck did we write about him? Oh yeah, so... some cliches. Super old and about to retire. Super. I'm gonna keep using super. He's Super Mario. Warm and welcoming personality. Instantly get positive vibes when you meet him. Helps the player consistently throughout the game. Throughout. Yeah. With key items. Other info and resources. Get tragically... God damn it. Killed off somewhere in the second act. Spoilers for my game, by the way, chat. Everything's coming out now. I mean, honestly, some of this stuff might get rewritten, but this is sort of like the starting point that we had story-wise. Right. So for our janitor spy, very cunning. Highly skilled secret agent is annoyed by the protagonist running around disrupting her secret plans. Also acts as the game's shop, selling hidden weaponry. She stashes in her janitor cart. There we go. I think that gives a good overall idea of where we're going with that character. I'm gonna do some editing here so that this is a little more legible. Okay, so those are our characters, that's our setting. Is there anything else I need to write on this topic? I don't think so. I think that kind of gives like the general overview of setting and who, what, and where. I'm not going to write the entire script of the game out in the design document, that's not how this works. Combat. Man. Camera, enemies, I guess, let's write the whole script in one go. 70 head. Where to save and in-game maps are important. Oh yeah, that's, shit, yeah. Actually, that's a really good call. I did not even think about, I don't know where I'm gonna put this. I guess under enemies, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, menu. Menus. There we go. So we'll have inventory screen. Map screen. Notes screen. I think that might also be... No, yeah, never mind. There's also another thing that we've been discussing is of having, like, optional tutorial, like, videos that we do in sort of a cheesy style, either with, like, a cutesy animation or, even, like, a live-action thing. Kind of like the commercials in Alan Wake 2. Menus. There was one other section I wanted to add in here. Oh yeah, unlockable stuff. Okay. One more screen there. Everything like PS1 Resident Evil video. That style of video. Big head mode. Oh yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm talking about with unlockables. Weird shit like that. Going back to fundamentals, replayability should be core, be core feature of the game. Helium voices, ultra dark with the screen is just black. You know what's really funny about that last suggestion, Lovehard? I think it's Silent Hill Origins. That game has like this really obnoxious grain filter on it by default, but once you beat the game, you unlock the ability to turn that off. In the way of like, you unlock like different filters you can put on, and one of them is just like no filter. Your comment just made me think of that. I've only played that game once, but I did finish it. I don't really remember like anything about that one. Okay, yeah. I think I'll just kind of describe the functions of the screens. Inventory screen should be is where the player will be able to manage their inventory, using weapons, using items, finding items, examining items, be able to manage their inventory, as well as see their current health, this screen should also feature the player's portrait, which should be a goofy little photo, either drawn or actual. My brain is fried. I'm trying to think of what you can call GTA 2 and RA1. There isn't a word for that. What? Oh, like the bird's eye? Wait, no, wait, what? There he is. Hey, what's up, Ben? How's it going? Pre-rendered? Oh, FMV. FMV is the word you're looking for. Yes. Thank you, little bard. My brain apparently is also fried because I just couldn't parse that sentence. Yeah. So the thing with FMV, we might go that route, but the thing is, like, it's weird if, like, the people that we use for the FMV aren't also the models that we use in the game, which we might be able to make that happen. I don't know if we will, if we would do that. Also, I'll point out that basically, yeah, actually no, literally everyone except for my fiance is in, like, a different state, or a different, like, I don't know, just someone that I don't personally see. A lot of y'all are in, like, a different time zone even. Shake my hand. Damn, I'm good. I don't know why I brought that up, but, oh, right, the FMV thing, yeah. But it would be very fun to do, I guess, is the other half of that. And there are people in our troupe here that have actual, like, either direct, like, film experience, and I know, like, one of you, well, literally one of you that's here right now, knows someone who's, like, a super legit, like, film dude, director. Blah. Shake my hand. If you want, wait. If you want, and it's a small thing, I can ask my dad. This is not a joke. Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Super appreciate that. I am just waxing, generally speaking, about, like... I don't actually have a shortage of people that know how to shoot this properly. Just a matter of getting us together, of whoever needs to be there for whichever person. The heck else is going on? Oh yeah, sorry, inventory screen. I think that explains the inventory screen. I don't know. Yeah. Storage box screen. The storage box screen is where the player can deposit or withdraw items from their inventory. I don't know. I'm more mean for an FMV face that isn't the same as the character in the game. Oh yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Cool. Noted. Thanks. Anyway, long story short with the whole filming stuff, I'm not against it. It might happen. I have to figure out a lot of logistics, though, which is why I don't want to say definitively, like, yes, we're doing this. What else have we got in here? Oh, right, by default, there will be one, storage box bank to deposit withdraw from. But we should consider an alternate mode where each physical storage box in the game is its own bank, i.e. the storage boxes are not connected. Game mode. Yeah, it's probably a good way to. Coding note. This will require some refactoring of logic in both the storage crate box, whatever, storage box instances, as well as the game save data object. That's quite detailed, but it is just a reality of supporting both of these modes is going to require an overhaul in that part of the code. Note screen. The notes screen is where the player can revisit any notes, VHS tapes, other documents that they have already collected and read/watched. One thing to consider with that is, should the minigame VHS tapes be playable? I need to make a whole section for the VHS tapes, I think, because right now this is just like nonsense that I'm yammering about, but it's actually like part of this other document that we've been. It's basically just meeting notes. This screen, just tutorials. Also weird to put that in there because it's kind of just like a, well, should it be this way or this way? But I don't know, I think it's a good thing to call out, to have like anyone think about it. Oh, man, dude, this thing's formatting is driving me nuts. Hopefully it'll look good once everything's filled in. Map screen. The map screen is where the player can view. Okay, so there's a lot of things I need to write down about this. I mean, there are already things that are implemented in the game's engine, so I don't really need to say them, but maybe just the purpose of the document, it's worth putting them down. Especially if we redo the map, just to make sure that the same functionality gets carried across. Player can view the current area, or view a they are, I guess, yeah, just the current area they're in. Although around that even, should we allow the player to view any area map on this screen. Wouldn't be the hardest thing to do, it's just then you gotta like put another menu in on that screen. I don't know if that's necessary or not, but by default, this screen will only show the player rooms in the area that they have been inside of. If the player collects a map of the current area, then all rooms in the area will be shown, regardless whether player has visited. There should be a legend, not a legend, yeah, should be a different color. The rooms, or each room on the map should be displayed in a different color, depending on whether player has visited the room. The player has I forget if I do it for enemies or not. I think it does count as cleared even if there's enemies still in the room, and that's probably fine to do. The player has collected all items, unlocked all doors, and solved all puzzles in the room. And that's it, right? So there's... If you have the map and you can see the room but haven't been to it yet, that's one color. Then there's... I've been there but I haven't cleared it out. And then there's... I've been there and I have cleared it out. Yeah. That's right. That is all the states. Additionally, the room the player is currently in should be highlighted in some manner. Currently done with flash to light. What else? There's one other thing for the map that I need to do in here. Oh, right. Each room should display a name for the room, along with a name for the overall area. Oh, right, the doors and the door statuses. Each door each door that has that is in a room the player has visited, or if they have the area map, should be displayed and in a specific color, ending whether player has interacted with the door, whether the door is currently locked, and that's it. So, interact with the door, and whether the door is currently locked. Oh. Cool. Okay. That is my very long-winded map screen explanation. I don't know exactly what I want to do with the unlockables here, so I'm going to write my ideas. Like, obviously you guys have like big head mode, like messing with the filters, like those would be probably pretty easy cheats to put in there, but how appropriate we're on a Resident Evil song right now as I say this. Like, the coolest like replayability stuff that's in like the Resident Evil series specifically is, I guess actually most of the horror games back then did this, or did things sort of like this, is stuff like other game modes and stuff. Like Resident Evil 1 Remake, the like all of the different stuff you can unlock, like, you know, the harder difficulty, and then you get like the original way they were they had set it up with why am I forgetting the name of that? The not arrange mode, the thing I described above, actually, with like the storage chests being separated. Anyway, forget all that. I should have written that down as I was saying it, because that kind of covered what I want to put in here. Player should be rewarded for meeting certain fair conditions in each playthrough with additional content in some form. This could be things like in-game items, new game modes, and options, such as the randomizer that's already built in. Or retro game style cheats like big head mode, silly filters / shaders, etc. I think that covers like all I have planned so far regarding unlockables. Like, that's the pool of things I would like to put in with the unlockable stuff. All of those have an insanely varying degree of like the work required to make that happen. Whew. All right. Mechanics. Oh, right. I keep saying I need to make a section for the VHSs. Probably between camera and menu is a good, throughout the playthrough, the player will find collectible VHS items. These can vary from minigame modes to... Actually, honestly, this is sort of under the same realm of unlockables. You know what? I'm gonna put this under the unlockables. That goes hand in hand with it. We are kind of still workshopping exactly what we want to do with the VHSs, but this is one potential way to do it. Modes to advanced training videos or late stage game mechanics. Additionally, player is provided basic training videos by default to go over the... Actually, you know what? Let me do it this way. Make subcategories for each of these. This music's intense. Players provided basic training detail or basic training videos by default to go over the various mechanics of the game. This is the tutorial. This is meant to be a an optional way to view very basic game tutorial information. Explaining topics like movement, combat, puzzles, keys, etc. Style of these, along with the advanced training, is meant to be very tongue-in-cheek, such as the tutorial videos in the quarry or the live-action commercials in this might be the way unlock the majority of the unlockable content. Or maybe just the feats. Heck was that? Why did the video stutter? This has been a good playlist. I'm gonna use this one again. It's going on the list. It's the relaxing music of the PlayStation 1, 1994 to 2000. Only problem is we're about to run. Well, we're not about to. We got like another half hour left, but it's gonna run out. It's sadly not an infinite playlist. We got a lot to type up still. And also there's another section that I meant to just throw in here. Multiple endings, that's what it is. That's probably going to be best put under story, I guess. The game should feature multiple endings depending on 4 decisions made by the player at pivotal parts of the plot. The number of endings and how vastly they differentiate between what effectively happens narratively. Nope. There we go. Nope, didn't get that right either. Thank you. Is to be determined based on available dev time for this feature. But there should be at least 2 different outcomes before release. Oh. Got any ideas for endings yet, Goon? In a book somewhere that's saying you start with the end in mind. I have like the general like rhythm of the ending in mind, but I don't have like exactly what's going to happen. Basically just like any old other survival horror game from this era, like, you know, evil is triumphed and the good guy makes it to the end with friends lost along the way, etc., etc. Cool. Would be really funny to put like a dark downbeat ending to the story in this silly little parody game. Dude, what is it doing with this? That is insane. You know what, chat? I'm gonna take a moment here. I'm gonna go take a break. Be back in a little bit. Pardon me. Ooh. chat. I did expect this to take this long, but I did not expect myself to be having as good a time as I am writing all this stuff down. Not that I don't enjoy making this game, it's just... It's part of the process, isn't like the most glamorous. But it's been fun. Also, y'all have been super cool. Chilling while I do this. I know we're not a big community, but y'all are good people. Good company, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. So I was gone for so long, I'm back now. Welcome back in. I also just got back from walking away, so you time to write. Where are we at? What should I do next? I think that's all I have to say on the VHS stuff and the endings and whatnot. Document tabs look very professional. Thanks. It's just like way easier to like make things a consistent big style using like the headings, and then that just has the nice side effect that makes this nice and navigatable. Also written a shitload of documentation in my day. Though not so much on video games, I guess. Combat. I think I'm gonna do I'm gonna talk about combat last. I need to like collect my thoughts on like what I want out of it. Because what's there right now is like nothing. And that's actually like a great place where I could use some help. So I'm really bad about like elegantly sequencing things. You know, having the player respond to like getting grabbed and things like that. Syncing up animations. I guess I could write some of that down, but yeah, anyway. we'll come back to that. Puzzles. I got ideas with puzzles. Puzzles can be a wide variety of interfaces, such as pushing objects into specific places, pressing buttons, finding and using a key, finding a code, a miracle code from a note, or more. It's done. Anything in that realm. They should be relatively simple in their solution. Just straight up say more Resident Evil than Silent Hill. And all information relevant to the solution would be self-contained, i.e. not reliant on external real-world knowledge. Trying to think of like how I write that with saying like except things like mathematics or being able to read or solve like a basic riddle. Could there be minigames? Yes, I think I actually already mentioned that. Oh, you know, I didn't really make a section on it, but it is mentioned down here. The intent of the collectible VHS tapes is that they could end up something of a minigame, sort of the way that the DLC for Resident Evil 7 was, where it was like different like tapes that, well, I mean, it wasn't all the DLCs, but it was a bunch of them. And they were like little tiny self-contained games or stories. That's sort of the intent there. I wonder if I should explain that more thoroughly. Whatever. Oh. For all puzzles that involve numerical codes, yeah, for all puzzles that involve numerical codes, the solution should be randomizer compatible. It fixed it for me. The randomizer should be able to change the answer the game. The player will still be able to solve it. Sort of a weird like rule, but I think it is an important thing to call out, because ideally we want to have it be so that they can actually turn the randomizer to force them to like redo puzzles. What else? I guess that really covers everything about puzzles. It's not really much to say. It's just puzzles. Storage. Actually, I already wrote about storage, didn't I? Yeah, I definitely did somewhere. What was it? Oh yeah, in the storage box screen. Okay. Well then, yeah. I don't need this. The janitor spy character will work with the protagonist in selling him weapons from her arsenal. How is currency obtained and traded? Is it a barter system? Money from enemies? I know this song. Yeah, Mega Man Legends. I almost said Parasite Eve. This does sound like it would belong more so in Parasite Eve, but weird connection with Mega Man Legends. The person that composed Mega Man Legends, I forget his name, but he also did the soundtrack for Dino Crisis. So he does know his way around a horror soundtrack. Thus, not shocking that it sounds like it would be comfortable in another horror franchise. Oh, chat, we gotta redo. Oh man, crap, forgot. we gotta update the PS1 marathon list. Maybe we'll do that later tonight. Money from enemies. Bonus items. Fuck, I wrote this and I forgot. I think I already... Yeah, I kind of covered that down there. Yeah, you know what? Let's put that down there rather than up here. Oh, difficulty settings, though. That I actually have a lot to say under, so we'll go do that in a second. I mean, to be honest, I don't really know what, is that at the right level? Yeah, it's at the right level. Bonus items. Immediate player can earn special bonus weapons for completing certain achievements. Achievements or via VHS tapes. These should all be generally overpowered weapons or items that make for a fun, busted playthrough after completing the first playthrough. There we go. I thought I didn't have much to say on that, but I ended up typing quite a lot there. Oh, we gotta talk about the camera too. What did I just add? Difficulty settings. Where's that? There it is. Yeah, what is this from? Rayman. Dude, I want to play Rayman 1. I've heard it's like insanely hard at the end of the game. And I have played it technically, but like I played it for like just a little bit of time one time at my friend's house. And he's like, let's play this other game. And I'm like, no, I want to play Rayman. We're getting in an argument with that kid at his house. Because he showed me, it was like Frogger 2, whatever the 3D Frogger game is. And we were taking turns, but then he just like started like taking multiple turns in a row. Silly, like, 8-year-old things. Difficulty settings. The game should feature... Well, will feature... I don't know, then I'm changing tense here. Feature different difficulty settings. Alright. Difficulty settings. These can be... Or these will be both a base difficulty as well as bonus game options which might be unlocked, which might need to be unlocked. That may make the game harder or easier. The general difficulty setting should increase challenge in interesting ways changing the game's layout, or changing the location, key items, the amount of ammunition given, what enemies spawn and where they spawn. Instead of boring programmatic things like scaling damage / health. Actually, you know what? I'm not even against having that be part of the difficulty setting. I just don't want that to be the focus. So I think just leaving it there is more proper. What else do I have to say about difficulty settings? Additionally, passwords can be different across different difficulties. And possibly even randomized on the max difficulty. I guess another good oh yeah, I should write about funny mode too. The player should always be able to succeed regardless of when they last saved, i.e. no soft locking, except for funny mode. This is the gameplay, yeah. Funny mode belongs in our gameplay for sure. I don't even know if any of y'all know what the heck funny mode is. I haven't talked about it in a while. Funny mode is optional mode made to control the player's experience playing the game. Side. Oh wait, hold on. Side. Should this be available from the start of the game or unlocked through some means? Here's an in-progress list of what of things that will happen when funny mode is enabled. Combining two of incompatible items. Or two incompatible items creates a garbage item that clutters your inventory and deletes both items. What else was I gonna do on funny mode? Oh yeah. Every time you use a key, it will ask if you want to discard it, telling you that you no longer need it, even if you still do. Will delete the key if you say yes. And this would soft lock you. I thought I had a third idea for funny mode. Oh, okay, I didn't, this is not one I thought beforehand, but this is a good one. Potentially play alternate clown soundtrack if we have time to compose all that music. One of you did mention helium earlier. Pitch shift voices plus minus random amount within range. Maybe. Make glitchy stuff happen. And or alternate animations. Yeah, that's all I really got for funny mode right now, but... Oh, actually, yeah, no. Replace certain UI elements with silly replacement terms. Example, health bar says tummy ache instead of caution. Alright, I know we still got stuff to fill out here, but what are we missing now? Ooh, the camera, the enemies. That's it. Nope, combat. Alright. Combat. I still don't want to do combat yet. Let's go to the camera. The camera must be or the cameras must be a fixed place a set of positions and angles that allow the player to see all nearby gameplay elements within reason at any given time, leading to alternate positions / angles when invisible thresholds are crossed in each room. Oh, I just forgot something I meant to mention under the map screen. The player's position and rotation should also be reflected in the current room on the map in a crude or with a simple marker, arrow marker. That's also something that's not working currently that I would love some input from others on, for the people that are working on this code-wise. Okay, back to the cameras. Each camera can have its own FOV and potentially we could have the cameras swivel between a small, less than, just say 15 degrees range to track the player, or to show the player outside their initial position or initial angle, but the cameras should not move. Oh, I guess I'll make a subsection here for cutscenes. Per scenes. During cutscenes, the camera may be altered freely as needed for dramatic effect, including moving the camera around. That's all stuff that is very much not implemented right now, but that would be spiffy. The range thing is actually not terribly hard to do. Pardon me, jeez. Throat's drying out. There we go. Whew. Alright. Why did they just play two Tomb Raider songs back to back? Generally speaking, the game's cutscenes will be in-engine. Run through a sequence of animations with timings. Puppeteer characters as they speak and act. Alternatively, we may include some live action cutscenes up to or even fully replacing these in-engine cutscenes. Cutscenes entirely. Straight on back. Welcome on back. I know I'm apologizing, but yeah, that happens a lot. A lot of people do that, especially in here. It's kind of funny. I've definitely done that in someone's stream before too. Usually people I'm rating though, because it's like, okay, I rated you, and now it's like, okay, didn't want to just slink away immediately. I'm terrible about saying like bye when I like leave someone's stream. I'll just walk away and then go to bed. It's usually how it goes down. There we go. I'm like, what? I skipped over something like 2 seconds ago. Alright, enemies. We'll do enemies, then we have combat, and that's it. I guess both of these are kind of hand in hand. Yeah, design. This is kind of a simple one. I could probably copy paste out of our notes. How's it coming along? It's coming along, yeah, pretty well. Pretty much done with this design document, actually. Now, I didn't quite think it would take us 2 hours to write it up, but I'm also not mad about that. Just put quality into it. Then I'll have to go through and edit it and make sure what I wrote made sense. But yeah, one thing at a time. Let's get the enemy stuff. So design-wise, all enemies should be reflective of some content content in the museum. Example, cavemen for the basic zombie-like enemy. Or aliens from the air and science section of the museum. Mechanics. Okay, a couple of things under here, I guess. Enemies will generally attack player with grappling-based attacks. Oh, that actually gave me a great idea. Hold on a second. Where the fuck is funny mode? This is a hot idea, hot off the press here. Mashing buttons during a grapple actually makes it take longer for your player to shake enemies off. Let's completely flip it. So just in standard mode, like you have to mash a button, like the more you wiggle your stick or mash a button, whatever, I don't know what input we'll go with, but when grabbed, player and away from the enemy, thus taking less damage, killing the enemy faster by repeatedly mashing a button and or movement keys / stick. / D-pad, I guess, whatever. It's like RE4, the shake it off, you grab it. Yeah, exactly. Funny thing is, that's been in Resident Evil games since before that. That's just the first one where they like tell you explicitly, like, hey player, shake the stick. Like, all the way back, even I think even Resident Evil 1 has that. If it doesn't, Resident Evil 2 definitely does. 3 super does, and it's really obvious if you play 3, like, if you don't shake versus shaking it, they bite you for, like, so long. Grab the player, move like faster, bash your button. Also, we ran out of music. Let me turn another soundtrack on. That was really good. I like that one. I'm gonna keep that tab open so that we can go back to it sometime. Relaxing N64 music. Why not? Oh yeah. The player takes damage at a regular interval based on the animation played while grabbed. EX each time they are bitten or slashed. Okay, so that's how, like, the damage system will work from an enemy. Some enemies... Actually, you know, most enemies will have variants of themselves. EX... Bare-handed, caveman, and caveman with club. Bare-handed, unarmed. Whatever. These will involve different attack patterns for variety without modeling extra characters. What the heck else? I guess the other half of it would go under combat. Oh no, there should be an AI note in here. The RE1 game where you stomp on the zombies' head at the beginning levels. Oh yeah, that too. It also shakes them off. Yeah. Each enemy should have their own unique AI for deciding how they move, both or when they are alerted to the player's presence, etc. This will create a variety. This will create variety in the approach the player needs to take when fighting slash dodging each enemy. People are working on it again so far. So far it has just been me and one person, but we've got a bunch of people that are like committed to doing this and ready, like waiting for stuff to happen. What are we up to? I don't know. So I can't like just list off because I just have everyone written down and like what we've slated them for, but haven't gotten commitment from them yet. But like, I don't know, we're looking at like probably somewhere around a dozen people. Should be easily the biggest game project I've ever worked on before. But ironically will be smaller scale than previous gaming or games I've worked on. Well, singular game. But yeah, so I think that kind of fully explains everything about the enemy. Yeah. On to combat, the thing I've thought about the least. The player can attack at any time as long as they have a weapon equipped and the weapon has ammo. If they attempt to attack with a weapon that has no ammo, but you have ammo for that weapon in your inventory, a reloading animation should play. Locking the player in place until it finishes. Alternatively, player can reload weapons in their inventory by combining the appropriate ammo with their equipped gun. Quick question, what are your thoughts on Notion for making, wait, what is that? For making GG or GDDs? GDDs nuts? Is that what's going on? Or is this a real thing? I'm hoping it's not a real thing. That'd be really funny. Actually, no, I think it'd be funnier if it is a real thing and I just assumed you were doing it. Game design does. Oh, gotcha. Wait, what is Notion? My brain's fried. Apparently all of our brains have been fried today. Notion app. Oh, it's like a web application. Is it cloud-based or is it just like a desktop app? The main reason I'm using Google Docs is because I can easily share it with other people who work on the project. But if I can easily share that too, I don't really care. It's probably overkill now that I think about it. Also fair. Alternatively, the player can reload the weapon by combining the appropriate ammo with their equipped gun. Oh, it is cloud-based. Gotcha. Whatever creates the least friction for everyone. I know not everyone has a alternate Google account that is their screen name, so... Though honestly, I think I'm going to share this in a way where it's just viewable, so I'm probably not going to like lock it down strictly in any way. Just the link will only be able to read the doc rather than contribute to it, but whatever. Okay, combining the program to the equipped gun. Each time the player fires their forest, what the fuck? Fires their weapon. Fires a weapon. An animation should play that would prevent the player from doing anything else until it finishes, including opening the menu. Probably not pausing, but not pausing. But allow pausing. You put it that way, that makes it more clear. The game should pause when the inventory is opened. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Right. Funny mode. Where's funny mode? Funny mode. No longer pause when the player's inventory is open. Been super active, currently trying to implement a job in C. All good, or a job system in C. In a C thread pool. Blah, whatever. You're, yeah, no worries, Int. I'm... Don't worry, I will definitely be sending you this document after all this. So, it's not like I did this live stream so that you could, like, get it now or else. I will definitely share it. As Silent Hill ending, but instead of a Shiba, it's a Corgi. That's a good idea. Hold on a second. First of all, that multiple endings, there should be at least one joke ending. Possibly only obtainable after beating the game once. Gotta go, been fun. See ya, Turner. Take care. Thanks for popping in. In my own city. Oh yeah, we decided that earlier today, Possum. See ya. Cause the city, yeah, I guess you wouldn't know this because you don't, you're not in on the know in Resident Evil, but Resident Evil, the town is called Raccoon City. Wait, no, you probably do know that, whatever. So instead of Raccoon City, Opossum City. I know about Raccoon City, there you go, never mind. I've been made a fool. Yeah, possibly only after beating the game once. Dog ending, but with order. Those that don't know, Possum has a Corgi Dachshund mix. She's a huge Corgi fan. My cousin also has like two like standard proper Corgis, giant big old fluff balls. Love those things. They're very skittish though and don't like coming out when there's like strangers over, unfortunately. Poor doggies. Possum City, but it takes place in Australia, so they're yeah, the Australian possums. Right, okay, yeah. Still can pause, but can't do anything else while you're doing combat animations. What else? What else about combat? I feel like this should have been in the same block as the enemy, like, mechanics, but I don't know. Good night, love you, Goon. Love you too, awesome. Night, babe. I say I decided to name the skeletons Mr. Goon and Mr. Bones. Hell yeah. Excellent choices. The Goon Bones. Is there really anything else to the combat? Oh yeah, actually, one more thing. Each weapon should have some amount of knockback. It applies to each enemy with an appropriate related animation. With larger weapons, like shotguns, pushing them back quite a bit. Other than that, I think it's it. That's it. There's nothing really else to... Oh yeah, I guess, enemy health will reset if you leave a ring and return, but enemies that die should stay dead. Oh yeah, I guess, that should be under enemies, not under combat. Enemies... You could probably toss that under design, but it probably deserves its own segment. It's 3, right? No. It's not a 3. It's a 2. Mechanics, bosses. Area will have a boss at the end of that segment of the game. Like the enemies in their area, they should be related to whatever exhibit they are found. The exception to this is the final area, the observatory, where there will be 2 final bosses. The 2 scientists and the 2 scientists merged together, followed by the main antagonist after mutating himself. Each boss should feature a unique attack pattern and possibly some form of weakness. But make it possible to defeat them with just raw damage. Probably. There we go. Alright, that covers everything, chat. Give me 2 minutes here. I'm gonna go take another break, get some more water. And then I'm gonna go proofread this and see if there's any other thoughts I want to add to it, anything I want to trim down, etc., etc. Be right back. This bad boy the once over. Story. Setting. This game takes place entirely inside and around a history museum in the fictional, medium-sized American city, Opossum City, name pending. A mad science experiment causes monsters to overrun the museum. On your first night of duty... Alright, that just reads terribly. Your first night... as a museum security guard. In the following sections: museum exterior, tutorial area, prehistoric exhibit, general history exhibit, air and space exhibit, central observatory, and hidden lab beneath. Short and to the point. Alright. Tone. As this is a parody of old school survival horror games from the PS1 Dreamcast era, the overall tone should be goofy but with a horror aesthetic. It is fine to include moments of melodrama or even seriousness for the sake of holding the story together. It doesn't need to be full throttle non-stop jokes, and ideally should have this fluctuation to enhance the moments of comedy. I'd like to take inspirations from comedies in the style of Cabin in the Woods, The Naked Gun, Blazing Saddles, etc. Specifically, the majority of the humor should be digestible, even for those not familiar with the source inspirations, i.e. avoid reference humor. That perfectly captures the tone. That's the best thing I've written in this entire document. It's all downhill from here. Characters. List is in progress, but this should be the main cast. Main protagonist, Robert Banks, plucky young naive guy, strong sense of justice, wants to do right, but oblivious to the bigger picture. Main antagonists, evil CEO that's completely detached from reality. Funds an insane human genome splicing research facility in an effort to advance the human race with no real understanding or aim of how to do that. Senior security guard, Artie Hartman. Super old and about to retire. Warm and welcoming personality, instantly gets positive vibes when you meet him. That's worded wrong. Instantly get kind grandpa vibes when you meet him. Helps the player consistently through the game, key items, other information and resources. Gets tragically killed off somewhere in the second act. Janitor spy, Ames Lovelace. Cunning, highly skilled secret agent is annoyed by the protagonist running around disrupting her secret plans. Also acts as the game's shop, selling hidden weaponry. She stashes in her janitor cart. Head Scientist 1, boastful and ethical, just taking crazy research contracts to get rich without thinking of the consequences. That actually came out way more succinct and eloquent than I was than I thought it did when I wrote it down. Alright. Kind of glazing myself here, let me pull it back, but Scientist 2. Much more thoughtful, but entirely overlooked in the workplace. Even though she's highly skilled... Even though she's highly skilled in her research. In spite of working for the bad guys, she's doing her best to try to do what's right. We'll have a crisis of conscience near the end and assist the protagonist. Yeah. All endings. The game should feature multiple endings depending on core decisions made by the player at pivotal parts of the plot. Number of endings and how vastly they differentiate between what effectively happens narratively is to be determined based on the available dev time for this feature. Should be at least 2 different outcomes before release. Just got an idea for some... That's good, but then adding on to this. At least 1 joke ending, possibly obtainable after beating the game once. Dog ending with Corgi. Yeah, the other thing I was gonna think. 1 pivotal choice could be to assist Scientist 2 at some point, which determines whether she helps you in her mutated form after being defeated by you as the penultimate boss. It's good stuff. All right. Say as I'm stroking my own ego here. Gameplay. The gameplay will evolve a healthy balance between solving relatively simple puzzles and engaging with enemy monsters. Alright, I'm gonna leave relatively simple out of here because we get into more details with the puzzles later. Solving puzzles and engaging with enemy monsters through a mix of combat and skill-based evasion. In addition to this, there will be an element of resource management by way of limited weaponry, recovery items, as well as a strict limit on how many things the player can carry at any given time. Yeah. Combat. The player can attack at any time as long as they have a weapon equipped and the weapon has ammo. Or if it does not require ammo, unlimited weapons or melee weapons, whichever combination of those we get in the game. If they attempt to attack with a weapon that has no ammo, but you have ammo in inventory, the reloading animation play, locking the player in place until it finishes. Alternatively, the player can reload weapons in their inventory by combining the appropriate ammo with the equipped gun. The game should pause when the inventory is opened. Each time the player fires their weapon, an animation should play that should prevent the player from doing anything until it finishes, including the opening menu, but do allow pausing. But do. Each weapon should have some amount of knockback it applies to the enemy, appropriate amount related. Yeah, with an appropriate related animation. Larger weapons like shotguns pushing them back quite a bit. Enemy health will reset if you leave a room and return, but enemies should die, or that die should stay dead. Puzzles. Puzzles can be a wide variety of interfaces, such as pushing objects into specific places, pressing buttons, finding and using a key, finding numerical code from a note, or anything in that realm. Or more. Should be relatively simple in their solution, more Resident Evil than Silent Hill. And all information relevant to the solution should be self-contained, i.e. not reliant on external, real-world knowledge. For all puzzles that involve numerical codes, the solution should be randomizer compatible, i.e. randomizer should be able to change the answer and the player will still be able to solve it. Shop. Janitor Spy will work with the protagonist in selling him weapons from her arsenal. Decide how his currency obtained, traded. You know, I should really like bold and italics all these decision moments. Funny enemies slash surroundings. Okay, that's... Yeah, I mean, I have more to say on the shop, but I don't... There's decisions I need to make. I think I'll leave it at that for now. Difficulty settings. The game should feature different difficulty settings. These will be both base difficulty as well as the bonus game options, which might need to be unlocked. That make the game harder or easier. General difficulty setting should increase challenge in interesting ways, changing the location of key items, the amount of ammunition given, what enemies spawn, where they spawn. Additionally, passwords can be different across different difficulties and possibly even randomized on the max difficulty. Yeah, that kind of covers everything about difficulty. Funny mode. Funny mode is an optional mode made to troll the player's experience playing the game. Here's another decision point. Should that be available from the start or not? I'm 50-50 on this, personally. We need to talk through that with some people. Here's an in-progress list of things that will happen when funny mode is enabled. I guess this too, in progress. Think of more funny mode stuff. Just anything that needs to be addressed, kind of like embolden and italicize that. Find 2 incompatible items. Creates garbage that clutters your inventory and deletes both items. Both source items. Every time you use a key, it will ask you to discard it, telling you that you no longer need it, even if you still do. It will delete the key if you say yes, and this could softlock you potentially. Or could softlock you. Potentially. Play an alternate clown soundtrack. Let's shift that. Pitch shift voices, random out within range. Make glitchy stuff happen. And or alternate animations. Replace certain UI elements with silly terms. Health bar saying tummy ache instead of caution. Mashing buttons off during a grapple actually makes it longer to take your to get the player enemies off the player. Oh, actually, you know what? This is something to call out here. Accessibility options. Offer color blindness filters. I have to think about that design-wise. Subtitles with detailed options like background opacity and size. What else? That would be good for localization as well, even just beyond accessibility. I'm gonna put a subnet in there. Make subtitle dictionary something easily moddable for localization support. Be fucking rad. That would also affect in-game inspect text. Kind of the more important thing, in my opinion, if you're thinking about, localization. Obviously, the cutscenes, you don't know what's going on in the plot, but if you can't play the game, that's kind of more important. Oh, this is locked with this? Well, I don't read that language, so... That might be a bit pie in the sky, scope-wise, but it would be really nice to do. What else? Oh, yeah, alternate controls for any mashing / RSI issues. That's really the main 3 I was thinking of. I don't know, maybe there's other stuff that I could probably put in here, but we've already got the audio slider, so you can turn like voices up and other stuff. I mean, I guess that, well, that already exists, but Oh yeah, you know, they should mention it at least, though. Damn it. Map screen, this menu is used for configuring audio levels, changing monitor settings, just to keep things consistent there. Change monitoring settings. What else? What else do we do in there right now? I guess let's open it up and see. It's like the longest I've gone in a dev stream for Goon's House of Doom, where I haven't opened Goon's House of Doom. I don't even have Godot open right now. I don't even have it good open. Oh, and gamma level. That's what it's called, right? Options. Yeah. Oh, and accessibility stuff. Display settings is when I said monitor settings. So limit gamma levels and set accessibility. This menu should be available from Robotnik's Lean Bean Machine. Is that what the song's from? No, it's from Pokemon Snap. Bill from the title screen and the in-game pause menu. Oh yeah, that's one thing about difficulty. Difficulty should not be able to be changed once selected when starting a new game. Due to the nature of different difficulties, potentially changing where key items are discovered. There we go. See, I'm glad I went over this. We found a couple things to throw back in there. Not the bonus items. Options menu. I also need to mention... Oh yeah, controller binding menu. Control bindings menu. Control binding menu, controls menu, is where the player can rebind any of the keyboard or joystick bindings for the game. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This menu, like the options menu, this menu should be accessible from both the title screen and the in-game pause menu, and should save to a global settings file each time the confirm button is selected. When the confirm button is pressed, the settings selected should be saved to a global settings file to be loaded the next time the game is started. Cool. There we go. Unlockables. Players should be rewarded for meeting certain clear conditions with each playthrough and additional content in some form. This could be things like in-game items, new game modes, and options such as the randomizer that's already built in, with a retro game style cheats like big head mode, silly filters, shaders, etc. Costumes, etc. Unlock conditions could include finding hidden collectibles throughout a playthrough, getting a particular ending, beating the game with a certain rank, or special condition such as kill less than 10 enemies in the playthrough. Anything else like that? Alright, there's definitely more details to be fleshed out in some of these sections, but otherwise I'm pretty satisfied with this. VHS. Players provide basic training moves, go over by default. Various mechanics of the game. This is meant to be an optional way to view very basic game information, or game tutorial information explained, topics like movement, combat, puzzles, keys, etc. Style of these, along with the advanced training, is meant to be very tongue-in-cheek, such as tutorial videos in The Quarry, or live-action commercials in Alan Wake 2. Collectible tapes. Throughout the playthrough, the player will find collectible VHS items. These can vary from minigame modes to advanced training videos for late-stage game mechanics. This might be the best way to unlock the majority of the unlockable content, or maybe just the cheats. Oh, let me bold and italicize that. Probably a couple of those I skipped over when we jumped down here. I'm going to go back up and check in a second here. Revision, chat. That's how you get good stuff. May not be fun, it may not be pleasant, but it is how you do it. Okay. Bonus items, yeah. That's all good. I think I'm cool with everything else. Explaining the controls thing. That's like a decision to be made, but not a big thing. Not something I want to highlight, I guess. This is something to consider. Whether or not I'm gonna have full gimmick bosses or just like a trick to some of the bosses. I like having like a trick to them where like it's easier if you do this, but you can also brute force it. It adds flexibility to the gameplay. I think I'm definitely leaning that way. Difference in AI, yep. Notes about the camera. I feel like I could probably elaborate a little more here on what I want out of the camera, but I don't know. That's kind of a good overview of it. This is a big one I need to take care of. Yeah, I guess I don't know what else to put on this though. Yeah, we got all those marked. We got our fundamentals. The game should track the player's stats throughout the game and display them after the credits, along with a rank awarded to them. That's less of a, like, this is a core design fundamental and more of a, like, I want this thing in the game. It's more of a feature. I don't know. What other core principles does our game have? I guess this is kind of an important one. The game should be humorous, but I don't want us to lean on humor due to the game being poorly constructed. That's cheap laughs and doesn't work when intentionally done. Honestly, that doesn't work when intentionally done. I'll just say there can't be parts of our games that are just kind of shit, because, again, you know, this is a little passion project that I work on, like, once a week, but I just don't want to go in with the mindset where I'm, like, trying to make something shitty, you know? Like, if things come off shitty inside of it, that's fine, I don't care, but I mean, I do care. I hope I don't make shitty things, but like, inevitably, I'm just some guy doing this for fun. Though, to be fair, we now have people helping us, so there's that. I came across very aggressive, I apologize, but Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably, like, good for now. It doesn't need to be an endless list of, like, commandments or whatever. Like, this is just the attitude I want around, like, the fundamentals of what this game is. Should I beautify this document in any way? I think it kinda... This sucks. Could just push funny mode down. You know, let's go to the top to bottom, otherwise I'm gonna keep doing this and then, like, shift one thing and shift another. Yeah, honestly, screw it. Any of these sections should not be broken up between pages. Probably should use a footer, not a page break, I mean. How do you do that? Chat, I'm about to boomer for a second here. Break, there we go. There we go. Now we don't have like 6,000 fucking enter return lines. Ah. Wait, how do I do that? There we go. Yeah, I don't mind that being separate from this. I think that's totally fine. Once again, I'm gonna have to... Was it Alt-Enter? Fuck, I should've... Control-Enter. There we go. Hey, I did it correctly that time. And if I delete this, then he comes back, right? Yeah. Alright, fundamentals definitely need to be on their own, I also feel weird about where this is. I'm gonna put this at the end. Oh, shit. Oh, I know how that happened. Like, that fundamentals should either be at the beginning or the end. Doesn't really matter which. Just one or the other. Alright, how are we looking here? Okay, back to difficulty settings. That's in its right spot. Camera, you deserve a page break. That's fine, breaking right there. I mean, it would be cool if bosses could just fit here, but I don't think the margins are too narrow for that to happen. Unless... There's some extra line feeds here that I don't need. No, I think it was just that one. Oh, and now it's bad. No! I'm fine. Get line braked, idiot. It'd be so much nicer if, like, the major category was the one that started this page, but I don't know. I'm gonna die on this hill of proper aesthetics. Yeah, I don't really want that being cut in half. The map thing is kind of rambly. Oh, also, fuck, I missed one. Alright. I've cleaned up the document. It says what I want it to say. It says brief 8 pages. Totally a brisk read. I think we're good. Chat, it's pretty late. I don't think we're gonna do any more game dev tonight. But this was my document. People that are in the need to know for this thing, I'll be passing it off to you after this. But yeah, GG's on this design doc. I guess. GG's. Whatever. We did it. Only took 3 hours. I think it's pretty solid though. This is my idea of the game. Alright, I have this camera backwards. But yeah, that'll do it.